everybody, so I'm back again after like 8 months of not posting anything to this channel. Well, not a video at least, my audio story I'm not counting. But yeah, I'm like everybody else in the country and many other people across the world. I am stuck in my bedroom and I have been here for at least a month now. I think I've left the house like 4 times, maybe 5 or 6 that entire period. Mostly go to the shops. Went to go see my parents, which was nice. But yeah, anyway, so whilst I'm stuck in here, I wanted to get back into this, start making more videos and that, because, you know, I'm a bit of an attention whore and I want people to validate my existence on the internet. Yeah, so today I thought I'd do something that a lot of photography-based channels do, because, again, I'm still coming up with original ideas, so I'm going to follow trends for a bit and go over what I keep in my bag for my photography and stuff, like what I take with me on average shoots and stuff, or when I'm just out and about taking photos and that. I've got 2 bags actually. I've got this one, and I've also got my large format bag, which I'll go over again later, which I'll go over in a bit. But yeah, so I thought we'd start with my trusty little backpack that's been with me all across New Zealand and for uni and just around the city and stuff, and it's saved my life one time. Yeah, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so here's the bag. It's just a little backpack. I got it online for about $40. I think. Had it for a little while now, but I bought this mostly because I needed something smaller, a little bit more convenient for my trip to New Zealand at the end of last year, rather than my big shoulder bag. So I bought this. It's pretty good. It's an actual camera bag, not as well as a backpack. It's got this front compartment here, which takes up like the bottom half of the actual bag, and then this little top half that just acts like a regular backpack. So I'll go over what I've got here in the actual camera part of it. So, little trapped up, like a little front hatch, which is kind of handy. So normally my main camera in here would be my digital, but I'm currently filming with that, so I'll go over the film cameras that I take with me all around the place and stuff. So this is the main one that I've been using recently. It's the Pentax K1000. It's just a, you know, reliable, cheap little 35mm SLR that I've started using. I was mostly using this camera here, my Minolta SRT-101. But the reason I've moved to using the Pentax is just because the batteries required for the light meter inside. This one takes a standard little lithium battery, and the Minolta takes like a mercury battery, which you can't buy in Australia. You have to order them from overseas, which is kind of annoying and a bit expensive. So I've just gone with this, and it works really well. I got this from my high school, but the library teacher was like, "Oh, there's a bunch of cameras in that drawer. If you want to go over have a sticky beak." So I did, and said I could take which ones I wanted. So I took this and a few others. This is the main one that I use. This is one I've started using a little bit more recently. It's just a little Nikon point and shoot. I used to think it didn't work because like the battery thing would never close, and I was just like, "Oh, bugger it, don't need it." But then I was just like, why not just tape it up? So I've just got a bit of electrical tape covering the battery compartment, and it works now, which is really good. So if I'm going to parties or something like that, I want to take some photos, I can just take this with me. But I'm going to use it around just as a bit of a fun camera to use. Just some gear that I usually have with me at all times. Always got a little light because I often work late in the day when I'm taking my photos, just because of free time and I like the light at that time of day. So I'll use this just as a bit of a continuous light. Been able to illuminate an area because I don't use flash that much. I don't know. I'm still learning about it. I've got a second one of these somewhere, and I got both of them for about $70 online. So they work alright, but they're pretty cheap, and I don't use this warm diffuser at all because it has this weird green tinge to it. That's really annoying, so I just use a clear one, but it's got like an adjustable brightness, so it can go pretty bright for its size, which is really good. It's got either a rechargeable battery in the back here, and you just plug in like a micro USB cord and charge it in the light, or it takes 4 AA batteries. So if I run out of battery power on the rechargeable one, I can just put some regular ones in, which is handy. So I've got that. There's also this little front pocket here that I keep some gear in. Just got this little air puffer. It's got a brush that comes on and off, which I use a lot, especially for my negatives when I'm scanning and developing. So I just keep it in here so I don't lose it, because these are pretty easy to lose. I think I lost about 2 or 3 of them so far. Spare roll of film. If I've got spare film, I'll always keep it in my bag. This is just some Kodak film that I got online. I got 3 rolls of this for $20 on eBay, which I thought was a pretty good deal. It's expired, but that can be fun. little SD card wallet for when I actually get more SD cards. But again, really easy to lose, so I just keep it somewhere safe. Got a Sharpie for writing down notes or scribbling out Nazi graffiti that I see on trains and shit. Lighter. Never know when you're gonna need a lighter. So yeah, also a pair of sunglasses I keep on me. I don't wear them that often, but it's just good to have them for when I want them. Got these at a hostel in Auckland. Someone chucked them on my bed and never claimed them, so I did. I've had them with me ever since. And just this little die that I use to sometimes make, small choices. If I want to get, if I'm tossing up whether to get a coffee or a hot chocolate, just roll it and the dice will tell me what to do. So yeah, with this front pocket, it's really handy. It's got these dividers. I'm pretty sure I've got a second one of these small ones around somewhere. It's just all Velcro on the inside here. You can reposition them and stuff. So keep my main camera on the side here, and then all my gear in here and up the top. It's got this little pocket here, which is good for storing some stuff. It's also got this little side zip that I use quite a bit, so you can pull your camera straight out the side there rather than taking the whole thing off. You just sling it over your shoulder and you're good. So yeah, that's the camera side of it. I've got a few other things that I always keep in here that I thought I'd go over. Just, so why not? So, hand sanitizer. Been in the habit of keeping this on me at all times recently, for one of the trains and that. Just, because train handles and seats and stuff can be really gross and I don't want people getting sick. Compass. I go for a lot of hikes, so I just have this with me in case I get lost, which I never do. So I've got the directional sense of a migrational bird. I've always got these 3 books in my bag. Start with this one. This is my notebook. So I mostly use it for school, writing down class notes and stuff, but also just writing down little things I want to remember when I'm out on my shoot about the cameras and stuff. If I just figure out a setting that I want to use later, or something with my large format that I need to keep in mind. I'll write it in that. I've just got some passages from some of my favourite books on the front and the back, and this little Instax Polaroid on the front that I really like. And these are just 2 books that I like to read on the train and stuff. This one's falling apart a little bit, but it's selected works of Robert Frost and William Wordsworth. Both of them are poets and authors from the last couple hundred years. Frost was alive in the 20th century. William Wordsworth, I think he was a 1700s author. I'm not quite sure. I did know it at one point, but I've forgotten now. But yeah, pretty old, some old stuff. Yeah, so the top part's just like a little knapsack, so the drawstring and a little flap, which makes it good. Means people can't get into it too easily without me noticing. So kind of hard to steal shit out of, which is really handy. There's also this handy little side pocket here, which I don't open up too often, but there's a few things that I always keep in here. Mostly sentimental stuff. So this is just a bit of a deer antler that I got in New Zealand, and some coins, some lucky coins that I have that I got given from my grandma. When I was in New Zealand on the South Island, I was working on a farm, and I was coming out of the paddock one day, and I tripped over a whole antler that a stag had dropped off earlier that year. So I took it back to the house and I cut this prong off and I cut another one off and I gave that to my dad. So we've both got a bit of the same deer. And then these coins are just some ones that I really liked. The only one that's really got any meaning is this one on the bottom here. It's a St. Christopher token, and St. Christopher is the patron saint of travellers, so I thought it'd be a good thing to have on me. And I'm not a particularly religious person either, mind you, but it's just good sentiment. I've also got this bit of greenstone. That was a gift from my mum. So when she went to New Zealand a few years ago, because she's from New Zealand, she went back a few years ago, met a greenstone carver who gave her this piece of cut jade, a round greenstone that I cannot for the life of me remember the name of, but I'll subtitle it in this video, and also a greenstone tookie, which was also to give to me. I actually ended up losing that though, because I took it off when I went swimming one time because the rope was getting a bit worn out, and I forgot about it, and that night the creek flooded and got washed away. So when I went back the next morning to try and find it, it was nowhere to be seen. So I was really, really sad about that, and so was my mum, but it's just one of those things where it wasn't meant to be. So maybe one day I'll find it again, go into that creek, but who knows. So yeah, that's about it really. There's also these on the front that I forgot about. This was the first roll of film I ever developed when I was 17, and I kept that with me just as a little reminder. This bracelet was on my wrist when I fell down a cliff in Hall's Gap when I was 16. I keep it as a little testament to me not dying. And this necklace, I found it on a bus on Waiheke Island, which is where my granddad from New Zealand is from. It was the first place that I properly stayed at when I was in New Zealand. And I had an incredible time there, met some really, really fantastic people at the hostel. So I just keep that to remind me of them and of my trip a little bit, because I'm a very sentimental person, in case you hadn't figured that out already. But yeah, I usually also keep my laptop in here, but I'm currently recording some audio with that, so that's why I'm not showing you. And I've also started keeping this, just a little solar panel, little solar panel portable charger, because my batteries I charge with a USB thing, like for my camera as well as for my phone, so that's just handy to have. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna do a second video with my large format camera, with a big shoulder pack, and go over what's in there, because I do keep some more stuff in there and some of it needs a bit more explaining, and I feel like this is a long enough video already, so yeah, I guess I'll wrap this up. Well, thank you very much for watching my video, guys. This is the first one of what I'm hoping is going to be a few more over the next few weeks whilst I'm stuck here at home. Next one I'm going to do is going to be looking at my large format bag. So the main camera I use for all my personal work, so my big 4x5 Corona, which is a fucking hilarious name now that I think about it at the moment. It's not with a K though, not with a C. Yeah, so I'll go over that next time. As always, if you like my stuff and want to learn more about my photography, what I do, and hear more of my audio stories, which I'm going to record more of and put up as well, because I've had a lot of fun doing that. Need to work on my expression though. That's the comment I got from a few people who gave me feedback on it. Need to work on my expression. So I'm gonna work on that, I promise, guys. Subscribe, leave a like, whatever. I'll also link my Instagram thingy in the comments or in the description, because I post a lot more on there. I'm doing a photo a day until isolation's over to keep me sane, give me some sort of a schedule so I can, you know, not go fucking crazy stuck in this house for the next however long. But yeah, stay safe, social distance, listen to the health experts, and I will see you guys next time.